we're here in Killarney because we've been invited by a very special character. I hear he's a local legend, and his name is Sham.
Sham, look at that. Marie, Sham, look at that.
Sham, how are you?
Good, my dear.
We're here in Killarney today.
Nice to meet you.
Are you from Killarney?
I'm Mugger. I'm Roy.
Born and bred.
Born and bred in Killarney.
And come here, Sham.
Hello and welcome to our film about Ireland and the Irish dialect. With history and background about the Irish dialect. It's also called the Gaelic and is one of the oldest written historical languages in the world. It was first seen in Ogham form in the 5th century. Irish is a Celtic language linked to the Scottish Gaelic and Manx Gaelic. Welsh, Cornish, Breton are also connected. Over 2,500 years ago, the first Irish speakers most likely arrived from mainland Europe. There were certainly other languages spoken here before Irish, but by the time the Christian era began, Irish had expanded throughout Ireland and into Scotland, the west coast of Britain, and the Isles of Man. The Gaels were known as Scoti by Romans, and they were responsible for spreading the Gaelic languages throughout most of Scotland. Different parts of Europe, of course, introduced and affected the Irish language, such as Scandinavia, and a lot of French came into, and the Anglo-Norman era introduced Old English to Ireland's eastern coastline in the 12th century. English was initially restricted to urban enclaves, primarily in the Pale area around Dublin, while Irish remained dominant in the countryside. The island's linguistic landscape did not begin to change dramatically until the 1600s, when the Brits were taking control of the island. In order to consolidate England's influence, neighbouring British rulers undertook a series of destructive military wars in Ireland. Following that, religious and political legislations stripped many Irish people of their land, faith, civil liberties, and predictably their language. And Ireland became independent in 1949 from the British government.
The Irish dialect shares a lot of similarities with British English, if we don't include pronunciation. Spoken Irish has a few general characteristics. For example, their special R sound. T sounds more like sh, which means that two would be pronounced shoe in Irish. D also sounds more like a J. They also have flat vowels, which means that the vowels become shorter in speech. In the world, an estimated number of 1.2 million people speak Irish, and almost all of them, 98%, live in Ireland. Each of the 32 counties in Ireland have their own local dialect. Historically, people lived poor lives without the possibility to travel in the country, and that resulted in many dialects not reforming and mixing. Irish belongs to the Indo-European language family, and the Liverpool Echo once published that the Southern Irish is declared the sexiest accent by the people. We can divide the Irish dialects into 3 broad categories: East Coast/Dublin, Southwestern, and Northern/Ulster.
The southwestern Irish dialects are spoken in Cork, Mayo, and on the south and west coast of Ireland. They are often influenced by Irish Gaelic pronunciations, even though far from everyone speaks the Irish language. They are also the closest to Hollywood Irish, aka the stereotypical Irish dialect. Many would also describe the dialect to be musical or similar to Canadian. The dialects are unfortunately dying out as speakers often try to soften their dialects. The northern accents are spoken in Northern Ireland and the northernmost parts of the Republic. Due to the history of Scottish plantations in Ulster, Northern dialects often sound similar to Scottish English. There are actually 2 different dialects commonly spoken in Dublin. Local Dublin, spoken in the northern parts of the city, is originally a working-class sociolect. In this dialect, non-rhoticity is common. This is the practice of not pronouncing the R's after vowels. This is also common in, for example, English, Welsh, South African, and Australian English. New Dublin English, spoken in the south, is quite different from the northern dialect and stands out against most other Irish dialects. Due to globalization and Dublin's financial growth, it has been heavily influenced by other English dialects. Some also say that it sounds quite American.
Irish names. Tell me how I'm supposed to say
That one's Saoirse.
That's Saoirse.
Does anyone know how to pronounce that in the audience?
How?
Tig.
Tig?
Yeah. Neve.
What?
Neve.
Ne-
What do you think banjaxed means?
Banjax?
Banjaxed?
I don't know. Sorry.
It means broken.
Oh, it sounds
What do you think crack means?
a drug
No.
or broken. No.
But it means gossip. What do you think black stuff means?
Black stuff.
No, it's a drink. A specific kind of drink.
Coffee? Okay, then I give up.
Guinness.
That no, it's a beer.
Donkey's ears. So you could
Donkey's
say
ear.
it's been donkey's ears.
It's been donkey's hair.
A long time. It means a long time. And the last one. Bucketing.
Yep, I'm listening.
Bucketing down. So you could say it's bucketing down outside.
It's bucketing out. It's not so good weather.
It's raining.
It's raining. Oh, did I take 2?
2 points.
What does banjaxed mean?
Huh?
Banjaxed.
Huh?
Banjaxed.
Ingen aning. No idea.
Broken.
Spanjol. Broken.
What does crack mean?
Crack.
Max.
Crack cocaine.
Max.
Crack alltså.
It
Or,
means gossip.
Va?
Det är en sån här...
Okay, what does black stuff mean?
Nej, jag vill inte.
Nej, vänta.
Blackstone.
Nej, jag tänkte det är heroin i dark. Det är heroin.
It means
Kom
beer.
fram som junkies.
Beer.
Ja,
Okay, what does thick mean?
Ja, Adrian.
You're so thick.
Ja, Adrian.
tjock.
Bastant. Bra ord. Jag tror det kommer ifrån.
Stupid.
Ja, den satt jag tänkte. Det är sant.
Sista. What does bucketing down mean? Bucketing down.
Dricka.
It's bucketing down outside.
Ja, det regnar.
Thank you for watching this short film about Ireland and the Irish dialect.